Hello, and today we are back with another Nocturne video. Today we are going to talk about what are the best key pages at the moment, and I will be showing them off. So first, one of the best key pages in the game right now is Lantern, and that will be because of the fact that it has healing. Any key page that has high tier healing is already insane. So we'll go to just high risk engagement, right? We'll just start it so you can see what I mean. But any key page with healing is automatically amazing. That's just because of how healing works. And if you need even the smallest amount of healing, you go a long way. Like this. It also has some really good clash power, and also has basically infinite light. As long as emotion levels are not in the game yet, which they're not, this is one of the best key pages because of the fact that it loses 0 light per turn, because of all of its pages are 1 light or 0 light, which means it's just infinite light. And you can see every time you even touch them, you get 3 HP, so it's very strong. It kind of needs a nerf, but it's okay. It's really strong. But now, next key page that we're going over is going to be LR2 and 3. I do not have 3, but I know that they're very similar in how they work. LR2, aka Cleanup Agent, level 2, right, is insanely strong because of the fact of how they work. And I will show that off. Number 1, they have they have very strong resistances, and they have pretty good rolls. Like, yeah, we're going to take some damage here, and then we're going to do some damage back. And then depending on what he uses this turn, we just rip space. Like, yeah, we rip space and we automatically win that because of how rip space works. And then we just win. Basically, you just want to build up charge with that, with like 1 page, and then just rip space it. Because of just rip space is very strong. Next key page that is good to use is going to be, well, both full stop characters would be here, but I do not have them. But next is Solemn Lament, but this is only good on some things because number 1, he takes double damage to blunt, and number 2 is that he is a little bugged right now. When he gets fixed, he'll be very strong, but he's a small bit bugged right about now. The ability Funeral Harem for the second one is kind of bugged, so it doesn't work properly, and that it uses this first ability instead of the second one. But it still does, this character still does way too much damage. And like this ability, right, there's 2 versions of it. The other version of it does, like, has 4 abilities, but it only uses 2 of the coins because it's a little bugged. But this character does a lot of damage really fast, especially if you, like, get lucky. Pair of Sorrow, which we might die here just because of how unlucky we got. But this character is strong, but he takes double damage to blunt, and this character only uses blunt, so you just gotta make sure you're looking at your resistances whenever you play with him. But right now he's not the best, but when he gets fixed, he will be one of the strongest key pages in the game. Now, if you're running as a team, but key page is not bad at all, is Zwei Association. Actually, my bad. Not Zwei Association. It's Endura. Because of this ability right here. Blade Twirl is super strong if you're really running new. But there's a better key page if you're running solo, and that's newbie cleanup agent. And I will show you. Right, number 1, resistances, insane. They're just 1-1-1, which is good because you're just taking as much damage as you're dealing for a high rate, right? Because as long as you are there is no confusion. You take damage equal to the number, unless it's Solemn Lament, because Solemn Lament is a goofball. We're gonna use Rewind right here to build up charge. We're gonna use another Rewind to build up a little bit more charge. And now we're gonna finish them off with a charged up Rip Space. But with this character, with all the cleanup agents, you just want to use Rip Space. You just want to charge them up and use Rip Space. You can use Overcharge, but Overcharge is pretty risky because of the amount of fragile stacks, because it will make it so you take 10 more damage. Or damage equal to the amount of fragile that's on you. Right, I do not have, right, but there would also be, full stop page, both full stop pages and LR3 here, and the Zwei Association pages, but those are kind of hard to get right now, and I do not have any of them. But they are very strong. I'll see if I can pull one real quick, hold on. Could not. But these 3 pages are also strong. Those are the 3 pages I was talking about. So, if you're really new, you want to use Newbie Cleanup Agent or LR2. It just depends on if you have them unlocked. If you're in the later game, you want to use Lantern, Solemn Lament, or Full Stop Rifle, Pistol, Zwei Association, or LR3. Bad part is about Lantern and Solemn Lament, they are double damage to blunt, and at the very end, these are all blunt, and these 3 are blunt. So what I would more recommend is LR3 or LR2, but then again, Lantern heals, so it just depends on how safe you play. Anyway, next we're going to talk about HP. HP is very important. Max HP right now is 60. And if I remember correctly, I saw that it's 3,500 for the last injection. I'm not going to get it yet though, because it's a little bit goofy to do that. You could always buy on, but that's lame. Next, codes. Next video will be about the codes, but because I have to pull them all up and stuff. So, also, I'm going to show you how to beat Solemn Lament with Lantern, because it's the easiest strategy right now for soloing Solemn Lament. Ideally, you would have 60 HP for this, but you can do it with 50. I do it all the time with 50. I have the key page. Alright, whenever he does that, you want to use Thou Shall Nibble Tea, because Thou Shall Nibble usually beats this, and it doesn't deal that much damage if you mess up. This we just tank because it only does, if I remember correctly, that'll only do 7 damage, or 4 even. Right, he's using that ability, so we have to use roll on the Om Num Num in order to not take damage, or to not take as much damage, and also, next step, next part is, if you've seen the leaks, you'll know they're trying to implement emotion levels soon, and also I think they're gonna continue story. We just skip turn here because you're gonna let us hit. You're just gonna let us get hit, right? And then you're just gonna heal up with whatever ability you use next. You tank it again. For the Morning of Two Souls will only ever hit for 7 damage if you're using Lantern, which is healable. We use Flashing Lure then. We take the damage and then we hit him for 6 plus Rupture. 8 plus Rupture, which was 6, so he's not in. This ability sucks to get hit by, and the best clash is Thou Shalt Not Believe, but then again, you may lose it. So now we're just going to try to heal. So we need to use Flashing Lure. We're going to take 5 damage, and then we're going to heal 3. And also we're going to do a bench. We just use Flashing Lure into that because we cannot take any more damage. Like, reasonably, we cannot. So we're going to have to throw away some of our better pages for HP. We need Whirlwind to bomb them now. What is our luck? We just have to take it because we don't have any pages that can outflash it or deal with it, so. Our luck is amazing right now. We got 1 Whirlwind of Om Num Num so far, and we kind of need one right now if we want to live. What is this tomfoolery? What? This is the sole exception, guys. We kind of got very lucky, as you could tell. We got very unlucky there. But usually you could just roll on Om Num Num, the ability with all 4 of those, and then use, then just clash for HP and then make sure they don't hit you. Anyway, that will be it. Bye-bye. Anyway, that will be the end of the video. Goodbye.